I-Team has an update on a story we broke earlier this year. Good evening and welcome to ABC Action News at 6. I'm Wendy Ryan.
I'm Paula Grown. A Florida man was thrown in jail after his wife discovered that he was married to two other women at the same time. He was back in court yesterday for his sentencing hearing after pleading guilty to bigamy, which is a felony.
And new tonight, I-Team investigator Adam Walser is following through with the latest developments in this strange case. And it was shared all across social media.
Henry Betsy Jr. pleaded guilty to a single felony count of bigamy back in May. But after he entered that plea deal, he was arrested in another state, leading the judge to revoke his bond. When we last saw Henry Betsy Jr. in court, he was dressed in a sports shirt and blazer with his new girlfriend beside him.
Yeah, Henry, we want to get your side of all this. What can you tell us?
Well, unfortunately, I'm unable to talk at this moment.
But when he arrived for his sentencing hearing Thursday, he was wearing handcuffs and an orange Hernando County jail uniform. His bond revoked by the judge because he was arrested for assault and battery of a family or household member. The alleged assault took place in Virginia, where he and his girlfriend had traveled to attend a wedding. Thursday's hearing was all about the felony bigamy charge we first told you about in May. 3 Florida women from 3 different Florida counties all met Henry Betsy Jr. on dating websites and married him at county courthouses during a 2-year period. Only one of his wives was willing to appear on camera.
I met him on Match.com.
He said all the right things.
He sold the perfect person when in reality he was none of those things.
Betsy didn't get divorces or annulments before marrying again. Last year, Tanya Betsy learned Henry was married to Michelle and Brandy Betsy.
I just started county by county putting his name in, and that's when I came up with the marriage to Michelle and the marriage to Brandy.
She found me and she messaged me, and I had no idea that she was actually still married to him.
The wives all blame the state of Florida for not cross-referencing marriage licenses between counties.
Because if there were safeguards in place and there was cross-referencing on different counties here in the state of Florida, none of this would have ever happened.
If the counties did talk, that would have saved me a lot of heartache, a lot of money, a lot of stress.
At Thursday's sentencing, Michelle Betsy addressed the judge.
And I am unfortunately still the wife of the defendant. I am not here today just as a woman who was betrayed by someone I once trusted, but also speaking on behalf of the other women involved. What he did was not a mistake, it was a deliberate choice, and choices have consequences.
Henry also spoke.
First and foremost, I want to apologize to the ladies for it, and I want to apologize to the court administration and also to my family and friends that have to be involved in this, because ultimately this is something that, I did not wish on anyone.
Because Henry had no prior criminal convictions and his case in Virginia has not been resolved, the judge said he was limited under the law in what sentence he could impose.
Adjudicated guilty of the bigamy offense, which is going to make him a convicted felon. I'm going to sentence him to 2 years of probation with 8 days credit for time served. He'll undergo a mental health evaluation. He'll complete a certified batterers intervention program.
Deputies collected Henry's fingerprints and a DNA sample as part of the protocol following his felony conviction. Betsy's former wives and their family and friends said they had hoped he would see jail time, but were glad to put a difficult chapter behind them.
And while it was not jail sentence, the fact that he is now a convicted felon, that speaks mountains. And I feel like that is vindication on our part.
Was that the first time you've heard him say, "I'm sorry"?
Absolutely. And I'm sure that it was only said because it was recommended by his attorney to say. Do I think that he has any remorse? Absolutely not.
Michelle says she's now talking to state legislators, hoping they'll introduce a law calling for some type of statewide marriage license database.
We can take this to the next level, that we all here in the state of Florida can learn from this, and that we can put up safeguards so that this doesn't happen to other women.
In addition to that probation, the judge ordered Betsy to stay off of social media and dating websites, and he also ordered him not to have any contact with his 3 former wives.
Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Ka'alayla, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakha, Wadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of GMS for the 100% truth. That's they've been ruling well in truth and sincerity. And shalom to the whole fillet, scattered on the 4 corners of the earth. That's also pushing 100% truth. and that's ruling well in truth and sincerity. To you, I want to say shalom. There's a brother in the car. Come back with a short edifying lesson, Lord willing. And you seen the video in the beginning. It's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, there's this brother right here who's getting a felony for having 3 wives. As you know, this is a topic that, you know, these fucking women and nigga women can't get over with. But one scriptures come to mind because Salakia, I meant to put this in the beginning of the video. Isaiah chapter 4, verse 1. I'm gonna read both versions. And in that day 7 women shall take a hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to away our reproach. So we come in these latter days, man, with cares and diggers trouble, and you so-called independent women. We gonna see if you can last long and be strong. When you out there by yourself, or you gotta go against another man who's crazy out here, who trying to rape you and kill you, man. You see what I'm saying? We will see for you so-called independent women. You know, I want to put this in the beginning of the video because that's just crazy. I'm gonna explain it down the line what I was saying. It is crazy, man. This world is just so fucking backwards. But I'm gonna read the NLT version of Isaiah chapter 4, verse 1. And that day, so few men will be left that 7 women will fight for each man, saying, let us marry you. We will provide our own food and clothing. Only let us take your name so we won't be mocked as old maids. So we come into the days, you know, because they so-called husbands, boyfriends, uncles, fathers, brothers, even at the men of the Lord, they're going to end up getting killed off. You know? And like I said, it's way more women than men inside great Babylon, by the way. You know, a lot of you fucking women who thinks like that, you don't need a man, you try independent, you're going to get fucking killed. You see what I'm saying? So that's what this scripture is saying. Hey, you know, it's gonna be the time they're gonna be chasing you around, following you because they need that protection. You see what I'm saying? Let's read verse 2 in the NLT. Isaiah chapter 4, verse 2. But in that day, the branch of the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Mashah, will be beautiful and glorious. The fruit of the land will be pride and glory of all who survive in Israel. And, you know, and that's gonna be for the elect. You know, who gonna survive? Now we're gonna have some brothers and sisters who gonna be martyrs. But, you know, in those days, hey, they could be risen up first. Now, verse 3, and all who remain in Zion be a holy people. Those who survive the destruction of Jerusalem are recorded among the living. And the Lord will wash the filth and beauty of Zion and cleanse Jerusalem of its blood stains with the hot breath of the fiery judgment. So, yeah, all them wigs and lace fronts and you a bad bitch. We're gonna see if that's enough for you to survive in those days to come. But that's all I want to say. I know Job chapter 9 verse 24. Cause you know I just find it funny. You know, so this is Job chapter 9 verse 24. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So, you know, the world is being ran by the wicked, you know, which is Esau, either the so-called white man. You know, he opposite of anything of our laws, you know. And what makes it so funny, a nigga woman or either my woman, anytime woman can have multiple baby daddies getting hella money each month from child support. If a man don't pay child support, he goes to jail. While she got 4 other baby daddies sponsoring her lifestyle while she out here still being a whore. But that's not a felony, though. Because really, marriage is really when you go into somebody, you know. But in this system, marriage is getting on fucking one knee and putting a ring on their finger. You know, that's just Roman bullshit. But this video ain't gonna be too long. I just came upon it, you know, and it's crazy. Now he got a felony, you know, and I could fuck up his life trying to get a job or career, man. They see shit like that, you know. And he got 2 years of probation and like 8 days of jail time. That's some bullshit, man. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Like I said, this shit is backwards. But I got some scriptures, you know. This like a little quick video to touch on. Because we already know. I don't want to start with this, actually. Oh, yeah, let's start with this one. Even though this like too fucking means a lot, so this is Amos chapter 7, verse 17. Therefore, just said the Lord Yahweh Bashem Rashad, thy wife shall be a harlot in the city. Yeah, because every woman in the great Babylon, which we're going to go inside that, because Babylon means confusion. Every woman, about 99% or 95% of these women are not even virgins. So you're a harlot. Because a lot of these women are not with the first, Salakia, are not with the first man they have slept with. Okay? And thy sons and daughters should be fought by the sword, and the land should be divided by the line, and thou shalt die in a polluted land. Israel should be sure to go in captivity for his hands. So, I just see in my notes, this means different, but, this the part of the wife should be harlot in the city. You see my notes, modern day soldiers is a gun. A lot of our people fall by in our land is divided. Damn. A lot of our people fall by the sword, and our land is divided by the so-called, fake, by the small hats and the so-called Arabs, and they fight over our land. That's what that really means, as you see in my notes. That's what I put right there. But yeah, and we got Leviticus chapter 21:7. They should not take a wife that is a whore or profaned. Neither they shall take a woman and put away for her husband, for he is holy unto the Most High. So all our women are defiled and profane. You see what I'm saying? They all just defiled. They're whores. All right. Then I got Habakkuk 1:4. Therefore the law is slacked, and judgment doth never go forth. For the wicked doth compress about the righteous. Therefore wrong judgment is proceeded. Yeah. So the justice system is fucked up, man. Well, this bitch, multiple women could get married to a man and divorce him and take half of his shit, man, and pay, and then the man got to pay alimony, man. This is system that we in, man. But that's that's part of the curses, man. Now we got Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 22. How long would thou go about, old thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord, Yahweh Shem shall have created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. So yeah, really, Eve has been getting benefits from the serpent even before time, because she's the weaker vessel. She got beguiled by the serpent, telling her that she don't have to obey, and she could do whatever she want. In today's world, women always feel like she's an independent woman. She don't need a man, And that's part of the curses. A woman don't respect us, but they'll sit there and get all dressed up for a job interview and put on this persona, and then she'll come home to you and look like a fucking slob and tell you to accept her from who she is. Wig off, got fucking alopecia spots all over her fucking head, fucking stinking ass, walking around the house with short shorts and a big t-shirt, ass stinking. But she go out the house all dressed up and try to put on the front, man. Especially with these jobs, man, the job interview, man. Eve, man, our women are defiled, man, from all tribes, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Now, we ain't talking about the sisters in the faith, obviously, but we talking about our women, man. You got the sexy red culture, the Megan Thee Stallion culture, fuck nigga free. I need me a new starting five culture. It's like, no, man. It's just the land of the confusion. While this man could have 3 wives, but it's a problem. Yeah, he married them in the way in the system. But it's not, but like I said, there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm going to read some more scriptures and touch on that. So this is Genesis chapter 4, verse 19. And Lamech took unto him 2 wives. The name of one was Ada, and the name of the other was Zillah. So multiple men, even the Old Testament, had multiple wives. Shit, King Solomon had 300 concubines and 700 wives. And a concubine means a non-Israelite woman. So you see what I'm saying? He had 300 of them. You see what I'm saying? And King David had multiple wives. Our forefathers had multiple wives, man. Because this is why, Genesis 22, verse 17. That in blessing I will bless thee, and multiplying I will multiply thy seed as the stars of heaven, as the sand which is upon the seashore. They seed shall possess the gate of his enemies. So we are meant to have multiple children. Multiple wives. A woman get pregnant in 9 months. You can't do nothing with her. After she's pregnant, you gotta wait 9 months and get her pregnant again. No. But in this captivity, I'm trying to think of it. Dang. Sin. This is Paul sin. Not a sin to Mary. But you had trouble in the flesh. Because it's not wise to have multiple wives. Now, if you can handle it as a brother, hey, 1 Corinthians. I want to find. I can't remember. Trouble. Let's go to it. 1 Corinthians 28. But yeah, there's nothing wrong if you're a brother have multiple wives in this society. Go for it. But it's nothing but bullshit because that's too much. I mean, it's not wise to have a lot of women. Because women they're gonna get jealous. So this is 1 Corinthians 7, verse 28. But if thou marry, thou hast not sinned. If a virgin marry, she have not sinned. Nevertheless, such shall have trouble in the flesh, but I spare you. Because Paul, he was a eunuch. He ain't deal with women. He was more about his father's works than about women. But he understand that he talked to the disciples that they was young. There was like young man, and we were burning. Just like today, young man, and we gotta get that lust off, that little burning off. I mean, we could control our lust, but this is what he was saying. It's not a sin to marry, basically like to have sex, but you're gonna have trouble in the flesh. So this is the NLT version. 1 Corinthians 7, chapter 7, verse 28. But if you do get married, it is not a sin. And if a young woman gets married, it is not a sin. However, those who get married at this time will have troubles. And I'm trying to spare you those problems. That's the NLT version. So, yeah, man, because even if you got one woman, they always nagging, annoying. It's like, damn, like, that's why, Paul said it best, and Paul said it best too. Wait till the kingdom. You see what I'm saying? Now, if you could deal with a woman, yeah, go ahead. Cool. But having multiple, it ain't worth it, brother. It's fucked up, man. You got fucking this woman, that woman, or you married to a woman, she divorced you, half your shit, or you gotta pay child support. It's just fucked up, man. I'm gonna close out with this scripture, and go ahead. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 30. This is a curse. Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. Thou shalt build a house, and they shall not dwell therein. Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and they shall not gather the grapes thereof. I shall get it in an NLT version. But yeah, all these women do, they are fucking sneaking. They just cheat, man. That's all they do. It's all man cheat. Technically, man can't cheat, technically, if they can commit adultery. You see what I'm saying? Because once that man go into you, you're supposed to be subject to him. But we know in this society, that's not going to happen that way. Okay? Because a man could have one wife, and then he could meet another single woman and have sex with her. That's not wrong on his part. But if a woman go ahead and do that, why she already been defiled and went into by another man, that is adultery. That's why the Heavenly Father said this is adultery generation. The city of whores, and like I read in the beginning. All women are harlot. They're defiled. So this is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 30 in the NOT. You will be engaged to a woman, but another man will sleep with her. You will build a house, but someone else will live in. You will plant a vineyard, but you'll never enjoy its fruit. So how many times does that shit happen? You bust your ass fucking 60 hours a week. I'm just using an example. This never happened to me. And then, you bust in, you be like, damn, you see somebody bust your woman down, man. It's no respect, man. Especially in the so-called Negro and Latino and Native American community, man. You people will commit adultery so fast. You can't hold your shit. She got a husband, man. Let it go. But you niggas just can't. Oh yeah, even the music. Oh, I'll just fuck this bitch. Fucking nigga bitch, man. This place gotta go, man. But Lord, I want to try to make this too long. I was just trying to get a point across because the video in the beginning really pissed me off. But hey, it is what it is, man. Because hey, the world is given to the hands of the wicked, man, and the law is select, man. It's backwards, man. Like I say, women can have multiple baby daddies, multiple husbands, and steal money from them, and they don't got to pay shit back. And I could just use tears in the court, but a man could just get fucked over. But hey, part of the curse in this society, man. So, Lord, one, you got something from it. I'm going to go ahead and close it out.